Hello, I'm Midnight, and this is your Nighthawk Racing tutorial for the circuit Gilles Villeneuve, formerly known as Circuit Notre Dame, a semi-permanent racecourse in Montreal, Canada. Today we are on board with our Season 4 champion of F1 RST, Louis the DarkLord. So out of the final corner, which has the Wall of Champions in it, but we'll get to that later on in the lap, keeping to the right down the pit straight for the quickest run into turn 1, aiming for that 100 marker on the right hand side, hard on the brakes into turn 1, aiming for the apex on the left hand side, cutting the curb nicely, and then immediately into turn 2, tucking the front end in. Be careful not to light up the rear tyres too early on power, or as it will walk you wide on the left into that grass. Then we are set up almost immediately for turns 3 and 4, braking again around about the 100 marker, hard on the brakes down to first or second gear, over to the right hand side, cutting that corner nicely. It's amazing how much time you can gain by being a little bit liberal with the track limits around here. Over to the right and then back to the left again, aiming for the red and white curbs, back to the right for turn 5, keeping nicely tight to the apex, aiming for the 100 marker, possibly even the orange mark on the right hand side, depending on how brave you are. Hard on the brakes down to first gear, back to the left, cutting the corner nicely, and then keeping as far left as you can, cutting back to the right for the straightest line out of the corner. So down the straight, waiting at the other end of the straight is another chicane, turns 8 and 9. So a little bit of a breather for a few seconds, coming back to the left, aiming for the brake mark on the left hand side, 100 marker, hard on the brakes again, keeping to the left, get that speed down, bring it back to the right, cutting over the sausage curbs as much as possible. If you get it right, you might be able to go either side of the sausage curb and just gain a lot of time by getting early on the power. Final straight before we get to the hairpin at the end of this sector of the lap. Coming back to left, looking for the marker, the 150 marker, or the end of the concrete on the left hand side before the grass. Again, hard on the brake, first gear, cutting back to the right hand side, aiming to just clip that apex on the right and then bring the car back to the left. Beware, there's a lot of grass on the left side, so you will have to bring the car back before the final back straight, before we get up to that lovely final chicane. Take a little bit of a breather, look at your fuel map, and just see that speed building in the car. Over on the left is a lake where a lot of the Formula 1 teams do a little bit of rowing from year to year. You have time to think about that while we're bringing the car down and trying to spot your final braking point for the final chicane. This chicane has known to catch for F1 World Champions, hence the Wall of Champions name. Aiming for 150 marker, down the gears, looking for those sausage curbs, trying to ride them nicely, clip them as much as you dare, bring it back to the left, and just try and avoid just touching that barrier on the right hand side. Keep the car straight for the shortest run to the pit straight, and there you go. That's a lap of the circuit Gilles Villeneuve.